Last time, Tom asked a very good question about connecting more than two sentences with fanboys. Let's review his question again.
But before we finish, I have a question. I'm wondering, can I connect more than two sentences with fanboys?
Hi everyone, welcome back to IELTS Clinic. It's me, Ali, back again with another practical IELTS lesson. Before we start, if you haven't watched part 1 or part 2 yet, I recommend you watch them first and then come back to this video. That will help you understand today's lesson better. Today, we're gonna answer Tom's question and see how to connect more than two sentences with fanboys, step by step. Let's get started. Tom is also here with us today to continue the lesson. Tom, ready to go?
Yes, Ali. I've been waiting to get my answer. I'm excited to learn how to join more than two sentences.
Sometimes in students' writing and speaking, I see many simple sentences that could be combined to make their writing and speaking smoother. These sentences can often be connected using the fanboys word. Look at this cue card question that I gave to a candidate and see how she responded.
So, my parents wanted me to have the experience of studying in a foreign country, and my parents wanted me to have the experience of learning another language. My parents do not want me to remain in a foreign country too long, and they do not want me to change my cultural beliefs. I think their advice helped me.
Notice something? In her answer, these sentences were repeated a lot. My parents wanted me. My parents do not want me. And she tried to connect all her ideas using the fanboys and. We can make them even smoother and more concise by connecting them with multiple fanboys. Now let's see how we can improve our score by connecting these ideas with fanboys. Tom, look at this screen. Can you please connect these 4 sentences into one sentence using fanboys?
Ali, only one sentence?
Yes, please make only one sentence.
Sure. Please give me a few seconds.
You can try it too. Connect all these sentences and make one sentence only, then write it in the comments. I'll check it later. Okay, Tom, have you created your sentence?
Yes, Ali, here it is. My parents wanted me to have the experience of studying in a foreign country and learning another language, but they do not want me to remain here long, nor do they want me to change my cultural beliefs.
Awesome. This way, you can expect a good score in your writing and speaking. But if you connect all your sentences with and when you should use other fanboys, you cannot expect a high score from the examiner. So, it's important to choose the right fanboys word and not put everything together with just and. Now, Tom, look at these 2 sentences and tell me which one has good style and which one has poor style.
The first one. It is clear and smooth. The second one is too long and repeats ideas, so it sounds heavy and awkward.
Awesome! This time, we are going to connect more than 2 sentences, maybe 3, 4, or 5, using FANBOYS. This will help you link multiple ideas clearly in one sentence, which is very important for IELTS writing and speaking. Let's do it. Look at the first example. Now it's your turn. While Tom is making his own sentence, you can pause the video, grab a piece of paper and a pencil, and try it yourself. Look at the 4 sentences and combine them into one sentence. Then, when you're ready, play the video again and compare your sentence with Tom's. Let's see how close you got. Your time is up. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. This is my sentence. I haven't had an opportunity to see much of this city or to spend much time with my friends, for the teachers have been giving us a lot of homework and tests. Okay, let me explain what I did. First, my sentence starts with this idea. I haven't had an opportunity. Then, I added another idea using or to connect 2 alternatives. To see much of this city, or to spend much time with my friends. Both are infinitive phrases, so they connect smoothly. Because they're not full sentences, we don't need a comma before or. After that, I used for to show the reason. For the teachers have been giving us a lot of homework and tests. This part is a full sentence, so I put a comma before for. Finally, inside that reason, I used and to connect homework and tests, which are 2 nouns. So basically, or connects the 2 alternative ideas. For gives the reason, and joins the 2 nouns at the end.
Good job. Let's move on to the second exercise. Time's over. Let's see your answer.
Okay, this is my try. This quarter, I really like the classmates and the teachers, but the teachers are very strict and expect us to study hard. Okay, let me explain what I did. First, I joined the 2 positive ideas. I really like the classmates and the teachers. Here I am connecting 2 objects, the classmates and the teachers, with and. I use and because both are things I like, so connecting objects works smoothly without changing the sentence form. Next, I used but to introduce a contrast. The teachers are very strict. But shows that even though I like the teachers, they have a strict side. Then I added the second part of the teacher's actions, and expect us to study hard. I used and here because it connects two things the teachers do, being strict and expecting us to study hard. Both are full actions about the teachers, so it flows smoothly. So basically, and connects similar positive ideas, but shows a contrast, and the final and joins two related actions about the teachers.
Awesome. Next, look at these 4 sentences. Your time is up. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. This is my sentence. My reading instructor is very good and extremely patient, but learning new vocabulary words is very difficult for me, so I spend more time studying for my reading class than for any other. Okay, let me explain what I did. First, I joined the two positive ideas about my instructor, very good and extremely patient. Here, I am connecting two adjectives that describe my instructor with and. I use and because both describe the same person, so they connect smoothly. Next, I used but to introduce a contrast. Learning new vocabulary words is very difficult for me. But shows that even though my instructor is great and patient, studying can still be hard. Finally, I added the result of that difficulty using so. I spend more time studying for my reading class than for any other. So shows the reason or result of the difficulty. So basically, and joins similar positive ideas, but shows contrast, and fanboys, so shows the result of that contrast.
Great. Let's look at these 3 sentences. Okay, ready to share?
Yes, let me share my sentence. We have just finished a review of the tenses, yet I'm still having a little trouble with them, so I will continue to study the tenses on my own. Okay, let me explain what I did. First, I connected the first two ideas using yet. We have just finished a review of the tenses, yet I'm still having a little trouble with them. Yet shows contrast. It shows that even though we finished the review, there is still some difficulty. Then I used so to show the result of that difficulty. I will continue to study the tenses on my own. The fanboys. So explains what I will do because of the trouble I'm having. So basically, yet shows the contrast between finishing the review and still having trouble, and so shows the result or action I take because of that trouble.
Good explanation. Let's move on to the next exercise. Time's up. Let's check your sentence.
Here's how I combine the sentences. We are going to have a test on the conjunctions next week, so I won't be able to go anywhere this weekend, for I want to do well on the test and make sure that my final grammar grade is high. Okay, let me explain what I did. First, I used so to show the result of the first sentence. We are going to have a test on the conjunctions next week, so I won't be able to go anywhere this weekend. The FANBOYS so shows that because of the test, I have to stay home. Next, I use the FANBOYS for to explain the reason, for I want to do well on the test. Here, for gives the reason behind my action of staying home. Finally, I joined two related goals using and, do well on the test, and make sure that my final grammar grade is high. Both are things I want to achieve, actually two verb phrases, so and connects them smoothly. So basically, so shows the result, for shows the reason, and the FANBOYS and joins two related ideas at the end.
Great. Next, look at these sentences. Time's up. Let's check your sentence.
This is what I wrote. Emily will complete her English studies this quarter, but she's not going to begin university work immediately, nor is she planning to visit her country, for she wants to travel around for a while. Okay, let me explain what I did. First, I used but to show a contrast. Emily will complete her studies, but she's not going to start university work immediately. But connects two contrasting ideas about Emily's plans. Next, I used nor to connect two negative actions. She's not going to begin university work immediately, nor is she planning to visit her country. Both are things Emily is not doing, so nor joins them smoothly. Finally, I used for to explain her reason, for she wants to travel around for a while. For shows why she is not starting university or visiting her country. So basically, but shows contrast, nor joins two negative ideas, and for gives the reason for her actions.
Great. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson and feel more confident using FANBOYS in your writing and speaking. I also hope it helped you clear up any problems or questions you had about FANBOYS. Make sure to review all three parts of the FANBOYS lessons carefully, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss a tip that could boost your score. Practice with heart, believe in yourself, and never stop learning. And remember, success comes step by step. I'm here to guide you, and I'll see you in the next session.
Thank you, Ali. I promise I'll review today's lesson carefully. Oh, and I already subscribed and clicked the bell.
IELTS Clinic. Simple lessons, real results.
So if we learn how to write one paragraph, it will be easier to write the whole essay.
So it would be 7 plus 4 plus 4 equals 15. Then they divide it by 3. The introduction is like a map for your essay. So thus, therefore, as a result,